Hey y'all, let's do a reading. This is the weekly reading for the week starting October 7th, 2024, but it is a relatively timeless reading, even though I am pulling specific energies on every day. Whenever you find this, you're meant to find it. So I am going to correlate to Monday through Sunday, though, and we do have the King of Pentacles in the bottom card position, kind of fueling the entire week. I normally, off of a King of Pentacles, I don't pick up this like falseness, this bravado, this mask, this pretentiousness, but I definitely do with this card, with the cards deck for the King of Pentacles. So I don't know if that is going to be a sign of things to come. But starting off with Monday, we have the Magician, the DeLorean, of course. If you don't know what movie that's from, then you probably are too young to watch this channel, as I use curse words a lot. So the Magician on Monday, sort of the there's a confusion because off the magician's traditional meanings are a little bit convoluted on Monday, and I think you have an opportunity to have a little, you have the opportunity to see a spiritual connection or a spiritual energy, but I don't know that you're going to do anything about it. Things might start to make sense between the spiritual world and the three-dimensional world that we know on Earth. Things might start to make a little bit of sense, or you might get a feeling, but I'm not sure it's going to go anywhere. So let's pull from the Fuego deck to clarify that a little bit. Why is the Magician here? The universe doesn't really want to talk too much about Monday. It's almost like there's a block up about Monday. The Nine of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. The Star. The Seven of Cups. The Two of Cups. There's a lot of love around y'all. There's a lot of energy. There's communication. I think Monday's a good day. It's just kind of it's all fueled by the Five of Swords. Monday's going to be rough because you should be happy about it. It should be a good day. And for some reason, it's not. There's a little bit of this feeling of being duped. There's a little bit of feeling of like, maybe this isn't you. Maybe this is something else that you realize throughout the week. Like the goals, the aspirations, the mentors, even the role models that you idealized or that you put up on a you put up on a pedestal. Maybe it is of pentacles, a pedestal of pentacles. You put them up there and said, this is the goal, or this is the life. This is the kind of, person I need to idealize. But there is a void, a vacuum where spirituality should be. And I think what you're realizing a little bit on Monday is maybe that where you should be happy because, you're getting this, there's no spiritual element to it. It's all pentacle based. It's coming through in cups. Like the love is there, the emotion is there toward you, but you are unsatisfied because that embodiment of spirituality is not with you. I don't know what that means exactly. I hope you do. It could mean something completely different for all of you. But I do like the fact that you're opening your eyes to this. This is not you. This, fake. I see very much a fake gold Mercedes-Benz here, even though it's not. Yeah, there's like this gold plate energy here that you're seeing when you thought that this was 24 karat solid gold. It's actually just cheap gold plate. And this is not you. This is energies around you, whether it's people or things or experiences that you were coveting. It's not what you thought it was. And you're realizing that. You're starting to realize that on Monday when it comes pouring forth to you. And then deep in your heart of hearts, magicians, you're realizing, wait, this is not what I thought it was. And particularly in this star, like this star should be one of the happiest decks or one of the happiest cards in the deck, but it is graphically, gruesomely bad in this one. And there's a reason I use this deck. So, wow, Monday. Okay. All right. Let's pull for Tuesday. Wow, there's a lot of spiritual energy this week. I love that card though, right? The Pope Mobile. Again, if you don't know what that is, also you shouldn't be watching this channel because I do use curse words. You're probably too young if you don't know what that is. When I was in St. Louis, Missouri, I lived in St. Louis, Missouri for my formative years growing up, and then through my undergraduate degree, I was in St. Louis. It was a great place to be when you are young, when I was there anyway, because there was a lot to do. And it was a big city with a very small town vibe. And I felt like I knew everybody, and it was an absolute riot. And, when you're young, you can stay up. You can work until 1, go to the bar till 3, and then go to the after-hour bar until 6, and then get up at 11 and do it all over again. So, I had 2 jobs, and I was going to school full-time and all that. But when I was working in a little area of St. Louis called the Central West End, believe it or not, the Pope actually came to St. Louis. And he came in the Pope Mobile. So I don't know which vehicle it was, because I'm not gonna date myself too much, but I don't think it was the 2002. It was before then. Let me just say that. But I don't, I tell that story for a reason. You might get some kind of spiritual visitor. You might get, especially in dreams. I don't know about y'all, but the dreams have been fucking tense the last 2 days, and completely out of left field. For me, it's been things that I haven't, things that would never cross my conscious mind, and just really weird stuff too. And I'm not frazzled by dreams ever, but so it wasn't scary stuff like you would think scary, because I can just wake up and say, oh my gosh, what a weird dream. But this was annoying. The last 2 nights have been just deeply annoying dreams. which is so weird, but they all resonated in this weird way. And it's definitely clearing out, I think, a lot of garbage that's just sort of sat in the corners. It's like cleaning out the cobwebs of your subconscious, if that makes sense, if you have weirdo dreams like that. And sometimes, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Sometimes dreams don't mean anything. Okay? And that's one of the very important pieces of starting to realize and write down your dreams, because there are times in your life when they're not going to make any sense, and don't stress over them not making any sense, and don't stress over them being annoying, because they just don't mean anything and it's not a big deal. Like the last 2 nights for me, like, you think about things and, well, that was weird. And it's like, no, doesn't mean anything. It's just clearing out the cobwebs. And then when you get in touch with the real intuitive side of your subconscious and the dreams that you have that are prolific, or that are reoccurring, you might get the hint of, oh yeah, maybe this does mean something. Sometimes if you're having the same dream over and over again, you definitely need to look at that. All right, well, let's look at Tuesday. The bottom card is the 6 of Swords. This is a very powerful deck to be pulling for the clarifiers, I will tell you that. Okay, so we have the Fool. The 2 of Pentacles. In this deck, all I'm drawn to is the Tears. The Emperor. I'm definitely getting on Tuesday there's a how do I say this? I mean, I'm just gonna get out and say it. On Tuesday, if you have a difficult relationship with your father, this is very specific. This is very specific for like 1 or 2 people. But if you have a difficult relationship with your father, and it could maybe even look beautiful from the outside, like maybe everybody else thinks it's a great relationship and you're a great child and they're a great father or father figure. It could, don't take me literally, but it could look perfect from the outside, but that there's a difficult situation, or you've been fighting recently. I don't think Tuesday is going to be better. I think Tuesday has a real opportunity for you to move through with this challenge that's between you. There is this theory, right, that family members who have an incredible resonance within us to the point that they make us crazy, family members who really make us crazy, often have like a spiritual connection with us, like a platonic soulmate connection that goes back lifetimes. There's a theory that says that, right? So sometimes it is like a karmic balance, maybe, let's say. So with Tuesday, what I'm seeing is there's probably, for a few of you, this challenge between this paternal figure, whether it's your direct biological father or not. It could the conversations and the conflict that result on Tuesday will actually push you to do something about it. I'm not sure that they will, but you might be pushed to do something about it. So that's Tuesday. For the rest of you, just be aware of those spiritual opportunities that might enable you to change your path. This is a little Fool. It's a little change. He's not falling off the edge of the cliff. He's walking into a new opportunity. I think these are eclipse, but all I'm seeing is googly eyes. So it might be a very It might, for the rest of you, not the father figure thing, but for the rest of you, this might be just like an opportunity to be silly. There's a lot of spiritual resonance within silliness, right? Kids are silly for a reason. They are closer to God, source, the universe. So if you have the opportunity to be silly and you feel that like in your heart and your soul, just being silly and giggling, and do it. I think that's the beginning of a sweet, short, but sweet little path. Whether it's a day or whether it's a weekend or whether it's months or a few years, you might have this connection to a silly spiritual person or way of living on Tuesday. Whew, Tuesday is kind of crazy. Okay, let's do Wednesday. What does Wednesday have to bring us? The Page of Cups. So, sorry folks, I had to pause it for just a second because the dogs went crazy. But so Tuesday is the Page of Cups. This is an adorable little Volkswagen Beetle. My cousin wanted one of those. And it was one of the great dividers in our relationship. Because I thought, who in the world wants a Volkswagen Beetle? They're cute and everything, but they're cute. That's the problem. All right, so just getting a lot of neutrality on Wednesday. Let's see if the clarifier has anything to say about it. Just a lot of neutrality, like almost like Wednesday doesn't even exist. Like it's just, you barely live through it. Like it's all like a very benign dream and nothing really happens. Let's see. While I'm shuffling. Okay. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands. Fly when fish fly. We have the Six of Cups. Why am I laying these out upside down? Strength, the King of Pentacles. I'm so sorry. I have squirrels running all over my yard and the dogs are going crazy. So King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is like, this Wednesday is the moment when you're on a roller coaster and you get to the top right before you start to come down. This is that, just brief moment, benign moment where you're in the air before things start to get serious. That's all I can really say about that. There is a lot of cups energy, so I think, from other people, you could be experiencing, like you could even meet some new people that might have a potential like romantic relationship with you or a love relationship, really good friends. You might meet some new people here, but I think like just taking the opportunity to take a really deep breath on Wednesday might be my advice to you. And that's all I have for Wednesday. It really does feel like the top of a roller coaster, like you're just catching air for just a minute and then you come down. So let's see what, I'm really excited to see what Thursday is. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, judgment, absolution. Yeah, what's going on then? And this could, also keep in mind that these days are how I read them, which means they're probably going to happen in the masculine energy that I embody and in those who are like me, right? So it is a collective consciousness, but we're all on a different sort of timeline, which, you know, Monday could be Tuesday, Tuesday could be Wednesday for you. But this cycle of how things occurs is still going to remain more or less the same, regardless of where you are in it. If that makes sense. So coming down the roller coaster, time to get serious. I feel like this judgment is definitely yourself. It's not you judging. It's not you finding that answer or creating an effect, you know, the cause and the effect. The judgment is the effect. This card particularly does remind me of absolution. And it's almost like I'm not in love with this right now, though, because it's almost like you're exacting the absolution on yourself. And I am getting the feeling as I shuffle that it is false. Like you might have a tendency, because you were pretty high Monday and Tuesday. There was some good spiritual stuff going on. And if you have any tendency for depression, you come through Wednesday and there's like this moment and then you start to go down. So if you have any tendencies towards depression, please be careful on Thursday, because I really feel like your self-judgment, your self-assessment is going to be false. And the narrative that you create is not going to be compassionate with yourself. Please be compassionate with yourself above all else on Thursday. I'm seeing I'm pulling the Seven of Pentacles. So in this depiction of the Seven of Pentacles, he's basically sacrificing his wings for material wealth. Okay? So a lot of times I think we can get ourselves into this position when we're too judgmental of ourselves. So if we see our creative endeavors as unrealistic or pie in the sky, or, you know, like, for example, an artist, it's very hard to be an artist these days, and a million people will tell you you're not very good. Like, a lot of people could have told the artist of this deck that they have no skills. Yeah, they could have gone through all of art school and could have been told that they had no skills in illustrating. And here they have a tarot deck. So my point is that we're often hardest on ourselves because we listen to the negative voices, and we're willing then to sacrifice our dreams for material things and things that we can touch, when the real value, it's like knowing the cost of everything but the value of nothing. At that point, you've got to understand the value is in what you experienced Monday and Tuesday, is in that outpouring of love, that connection of spirit world and earthly world, and where you fit into that. And it's a very cheap cop-out to say, oh, well, I'll just go after pentacles. I'll just go after money. I'll just go after fame. I'll just go after work. I'll just go after the material side of things, because that's what I'm going to see value in. When that's, yeah, a lot of people do see value in that because they're super low vibrational. But you know, if you're watching this, you're right there having the potential to have this high vibration experience, which allows you to recognize the value of the spirit. All right, enough of a lecture. We have the Ten of Swords. Yep. We have the Seven of Wands. Yep. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay. And we have the Seven of Swords. So yeah. Thursday. What did I say? What did I say? This is all about you, judging yourself, any tendency toward depression, self-sabotage, unrealistic ideas, that you're dissatisfied with yourself generally, sadness. Definitely Thursday, please be kind to yourself. If you were thinking about, or if you are currently in therapy, Thursday's a great day to talk to your therapist. Let it all out. There's it comes from deep down your self-sabotage and your depression is coming from a need to understand yourself. This Knight of Cups is, this one in particular, especially with everything that is around it, is about understanding oneself. So it would be good to talk to somebody. Recognize that too. Maybe if you're in that place, but you don't have the opportunity to talk to anyone, realize that sometimes depression is a call to understand oneself in a society that is not geared toward understanding oneself on that spiritual level that you saw on Monday and Tuesday. Remember about Monday and Tuesday on Thursday. Maybe on Monday and Tuesday you should write down the cool things and experiences that you felt and refer back to it on Thursday, because it is just a day. Sometimes we have bad days. Okay? All right. Let's go Friday. Friday is the Ace of Pentacles. We have the beginning of something. The beginning of something material based, maybe financial based. Friday, you could have, I'm thinking a new contract. Something could come up with you in your job, or maybe you even have a job offer. You could get also a really good deal on something. I get that a lot with Ace of Pentacles. Like if you're a thrift sale flipper or a automobile flipper, like you could get a really good deal on something you could flip pretty quick. Or just, for the cross watcher feminine energy, I'm also getting like Friday's a good day to go to Target. Like, I don't know why, but I think there's quite a few feminine energies who are watching this. So go to Target. There's going to be, your favorite thing is going to be on sale. Okay, but it goes a little deeper than that. So I do see the Knave of Cups, as they say. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Cups. Priestess. And the Magician coming back. Okay. Well, so what I'm really picking up too is that there's this, it's not just the Magician coming back, but it's the feeling of Tuesday and Wednesday, whatever this joy is, whether it's, I don't know, I'm also getting there's definitely I'm picking up some October birthdays. So if you have a birthday in October, maybe you have a couple of birthday parties and one of them is on Monday and one of them is on Friday. I don't know. That might be somebody very specific, but yeah. So I'm getting that opportunity for levity, for abundance in love and expression, in celebration. Friday, I think, is a good day for all of us to really be grateful. That's what I'm going to say. Friday is I was looking for the right words, but I'm just going to say it's an opportunity for us to really be grateful for the connections that we have and for the wealth that we have. Like, it's a good day to say, to look around you, wherever you live. I mean, the fact that you're watching this means that you've got some type of electronic device. You could be living in a not the best circumstance, but you've got enough to access knowledge and to access YouTube videos, right? So just to be grateful for what you have and recognize that abundance, and especially in the strong feelings. There's a lot of feeling here and a lot of tradition as well. So if tradition plays a really strong role in your life, right, I think you're going to see it pretty clearly on Friday. That's it. Also, it's a great day to celebrate. So let's see what Saturday has to bring. The Page of Swords. One of the absolute ugliest, worst cards ever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. The Renegade is disgusting. And you know, it falls apart. And it's a Jeep. And I'm sorry if you have a Jeep Renegade. I apologize, but I really question that. The gal who made this deck actually sent it to me, the Cars deck, and I appreciate her so much for that. But I question this this vehicle choice with the Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about Saturday, which doesn't make me happy because I have a concert to go to. I have a concert to go to on Saturday, so I'd really like it to be a good day. I switched decks up to the little animal deck because the Fuego deck was used up. My shoulders are tense all of a sudden. What is wrong with Saturday? I don't know if it's from your interactions on Friday, but there is conflict on Saturday. There's a heady conflict, and it might be within yourself. It might be with no one other than your own mind. Whether you have an inner conflict. If it is just inner conflict, please know that overthinking is still with us in these last few weeks. So keep yourself in check. Don't just kind of breathe through it. Go with the flow. Make decisions as quickly as you can, especially in this energy, because and I'm talking about the next couple of months. So if you are one to procrastinate choice and you're one to take a long time to decide and flip-flop back and forth, you need to take this opportunity to practice getting better at making choices. I love a person who can pick the first good thing that they see. Like for example, on a menu, if you've got a list of amazing options, you don't have to read the whole list. You can just pick the first good thing that you see because you know that you're going to like it. You don't have to go down the list and say, well, but this could be good too, and this could be good too, and the menu all looks amazing. I don't know how to choose. Yeah, you're going to overthink yourself into the point of not even being hungry anymore, right? And then whatever you pick, you're going to eat it and say, oh my gosh, I wish I would have gotten that other thing, right? If that happens to you, you really need to start practicing in this energy, making choices quickly and with your instincts and with your intuition. So when you see something The first good choice, go with it. Go with it. Do not overthink it. It'll get easier the more you do it. But it comes from confidence. It comes from knowing that the universe has your back. So no matter what you choose, if it looks good and you have a good feeling about it, then it is going to be a good. Will it be the best thing ever? Who the fuck cares? It's a moment. It's a meal. It's a day. It doesn't have to be the best ever. It just has to be good for you. It'll keep you in that good flow versus overthinking it and pushing you into that negative energy, right? Anyway, get better at that if you're bad at decisions. And I think this is during Libra season, the energy is trying to get you to do that. Weighing that, weighing the pros and cons shouldn't be so difficult. You shouldn't say, oh, well, are the scales even? Is one thing heavier than the other? No, it should be, oh yeah, right side's heavier than the left. Judgment made. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Okay, at the bottom of the Page of Swords is the Ace of Cups. Again, with the 10 of Wands. What the fuck did I just say? Stay out of your own head. Practice making judgment calls. Yep, it'll lead you to where you want to be. Yep. I really just told you what was up before I put down the cards, so I don't even need to explain it anymore. And Thursday, Friday, let's go Saturday. This is a long freaking reading. I have to move everything over because I still have Sunday. Y'all are in for a treat. Or am I? Wait, what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, we're done. Thank God. Okay. That was Saturday. I was disappointed because I do have that concert on Saturday and I didn't want it to be all messed up. But as long as I make decisions quickly, efficiently, and don't overthink things, I'll be fine. All right, so Sunday, next Sunday, we have the Sun. Fantastic. Light Year 1. Is that a concept car? No, it's not because it came out in 2021. Solar powered vehicle. Never seen the Sun in this deck before. It's never come out. Fascinating. Prosperity. This is a fun week. This is a good week. Like, there's a lot going on. But, like, this is the kind of week that moves, and that's really exciting to me. Other than Wednesday, when you're at the top of the roller coaster and then you fall down the roller coaster a little bit on Thursday. This is a good week. I like it. I like a lot of the energy in it, and I like that it's moving. It's moving. There's a lot of opportunity and flavor. This is a spicy week. This is a motherfucking spicy week right here. Wow, the Sun just wants to be the Sun. She doesn't want this deck. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, I think, where's the other deck? Do we do the cars again? Yeah, okay. We're going to clarify with the same deck. We're going to clarify the Sun with the cars deck. I just want 4 cards. Why is the Sun here? The only electric vehicle that I really wanted was the Fisker Ocean. I had a deposit down on those a couple years before they started coming out. And I really thought that I did want it because I love the story of Fisker after the karma debacle and all of that drama. And so, ironic, right? The car was named Karma and all the drama. Anyway, so I was going to get the Ocean, and then one thing led to another, and I was like, you know what? I don't want an SUV at all. So I dropped my deposit, but It's really been the only EV that I really wanted. Anyway, all right, I digress. The Eight of Cups is underneath in the bottom. Underneath, as I say, on the bottom. Okay, Hanged Man, a little bit. There's a lot of nature happening on Sunday. Good day to get outside. Perfect day to get outside. There's, I think you're starting to see how you've deceived yourself on Sunday. Sometimes we do need to get out of our physical space. Like, your brain shifts every time you walk through a doorway. You know that, right? That's why it's very easy to forget what you were on your way out of a room to do. Like, let's say you're going into the bedroom to grab something, and when you walk through that threshold from the living room to the bedroom, you forget what you were going into the bedroom to find. That's a shift in your memory and your brain function because you walk through that door. There's a physiological event that occurs, right? Same thing happens when you go outside. We start to see things differently. We have a new perspective. And in this case, being out in nature, I think, allows you to see the small ways that you have been deceiving yourself. Yeah. And I think it allows you to move those small deceptions about yourself or your life or your connections, your friends, your activities, your actions, your habits, getting a lot of habits, these ways that you've deceived yourself about the habits that you have and everything else. And it allows you to transform them into opportunities. There's been a lot of that too lately that I've seen around in the energy, and it coming through in the 3D is like people see something that is sort of this big negative or delta to the situation, and so they capitalize on it. And I'm trying to think of a good example, but I think it's probably better that I don't. I've seen a lot of it, and it's like, it's not proprietary or anything. It's not like it's not in the out in the open, but there's, I think, an opportunity to turn your self-deception and the connections into advantages. Yeah, so that's Sunday. That's pretty cool. If you can figure it out, if you can just start to get the inkling of the idea, then that will help. Yeah, so that's the week. Pretty incredible, very expressive, very tumultuous, so many, I must have said opportunities like 5,000 times. There's a lot going on, and I'm really excited for you. I think there's so much culminating for you to take the reins of. And it's only through eliminating your self-deception. It's only through eliminating that. Well, let me find it. Let me find our bottom card here because I had to shuffle the deck for Sunday. It's only through eliminating the falseness and the masks that you've been wearing are you able to really, really start to conceptualize a life that is more authentic and that is more in your masculine. And I think that's what really this week is starting to show you. And I'm excited about it because that's why I came on here. And I know that pulling on masculine energy is not going to get me a lot of likes. And I know that pulling on the masculine energy is an uphill battle because for the longest time, here we are, right? You've got to get away from that. For the longest time, like, guys got a lot of guys don't watch tarot, and the guys who should, and the guys who need a closer connection with the spirit world and with their intuition, really put up blocks against it. And so, yeah, I know that pulling on that energy and trying to give advice to to energies who really put up barriers against advice as well. That is an uphill battle that I am willing to make every single day because I see the amazing and beautiful, receptive, masculine energy that is there, and it's not being fully expressed. And the choices that are being made aren't in its best interest all the time. So that's why I'm willing to do it, because if I help one person in their masculine energy realize the authentic, nurturing, providing nature of the masculine energy and not the toxic, destructive, chaotic, emotional, dramatic side of the masculine energy, then I've done something cool, and I want to do that, and I want to help you. So that's my soapbox. I hope you enjoyed the week. It's okay, nobody watches the whole weekly reading anyway, so nobody will hear that. But I had to put it out there. So thank y'all, and good luck this week.